I'm a massive fan of your columns. I love the basic premise. Investors don't know what the future holds. But here in the UK in a couple of months, we're trying to vote on something which the two sides tell us will mean this or will mean this. What's your take on the whole Brexit upcoming referendum and what it means for investors?
It's kind of fascinating because you've had Great Britain really be a benefit of what's taking place on the continent without having to carry a lot of the downside, without having the costs of, let's say, a Germany or a France has from the European currency. So I'm a little perplexed as to the arguments in favor of Brexit. It looks like they have most of the benefits and not a lot of the headache. Why not just let this go? I know there are a lot of local political reasons why people are looking for a Brexit, but not only do we have no idea if there'll be a Brexit. Remember, this time last year we were talking about a Grexit, and before that it was whoever else was going to leave the EU. Not only do we not know if it's going to happen, but if it happens, no one really has a firm handle on what it means for both local and international markets 6, 12, 18 months down the road. If you're thinking longer term, it's probably meaningless if we're talking 5 or 10 years. But short term, I'm hard-pressed to guess exactly what that impact is going to be.
Barry, the other big event this week, of course, is the ECB meeting on Thursday when Mario Draghi once again is expected to press the stimulus button. Are you shaking your head in disbelief at the lack of traction when it comes to inflation expectations within the Eurozone, despite the fact that Draghi has pressed the stimulus button 10 times in the last 47 meetings since he's become the head of the ECB?
So the best way to frame to look at this is to think about 3 different regions, each running their own monetary stimulus in different phases. The U.S. began in 2009 and finished last year, and so we've already completed our round of economic stimulus. Monetary policy has taken us about as far as monetary policy can go, but we've enjoyed the benefit of that. Now we're looking to move forward. Japan is somewhat behind the United States, and they brought out an even bigger bazooka than the United States did. Relative to their GDP, their QE, their version of monetary stimulus is enormous. When you look at the ECB, when you look at what the Europeans have done, they're really the last ones to the monetary stimulus party, and I don't think they've brought out the bazooka the way the Japanese have. If you're trying to take down an elephant and you're using too small a caliber of a gun, you're just going to get them angry at you. And that seems to be what the ECB has done with the local economy. If you're not going to do fiscal stimulus, which is what really all 3 regions should have done, if you're going to try and use the wrong gun, you really have to make it a big gun, and they haven't done that.
All right, Barry.